Is Linux LGBTQ? We shall soon find out. Some people think Linux is representative of LGBTQ, which stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer, or questioning. These are genders that are abnormal in society, and people think that waving around a rainbow flag is going to change the material conditions and lives of people who identify as LGBTQ, and some people are so concerned with things like woke and LGBTQ, they think that there are no non-woke operating systems. I am looking at you, Brian Lunduke, and the retarded Linux fanboys who think Windows users are out of their minds. If anyone is out of their fucking mind here, it's these Linux users that think Linux and free and open source software is woke and representative of LGBTQ. What the fuck does LGBTQ have to do with kernels and operating systems? Fucktards. Linux is not representative of anything, not even communism or anarchism, though some people want you to believe that Linux was made by communists and anarchists, or a hacker sitting in his or her mom's basement. But seriously, if your only concern with Linux, or any computer software for that matter, is woke, or LGBTQ, then your brain is so fucked it is beyond all repair. I cannot convince you to do anything different, or think differently. You don't know how to think for yourself. You have been brain-rotted by the mainstream media, and you think Linux being woke is a bad thing. Well, I hate to break it to you, retard, but Linux is not fucking woke. It is not LGBTQ, nor is it representative of such shit. Linux is just a fucking kernel that was created by a computer geek called Linus Torvalds, and Linux was created with the intention of everyone being able to use a computer operating system, regardless of how much money they had. And ever since, Linux has grown to become one of the most diverse and useful operating systems in existence. The distributions are the operating systems. Linux itself is just a kernel. Without the kernel, you do not have an operating system, and vice versa. And even if some Linux users go on to create an LGBTQ theme, or Linux distro that's all about LGBTQ, they are doing it to appeal to a wider audience, not because Linux is some woke-ass bullshit. Linux is not woke, and I am not saying that again, and if you think that people making Linux appeal to a wider audience is a bad thing, then I really don't know what else I can tell you, other than to get those stupid-ass childlike ideas out of your head, you stupid brain-rotted moronic asshat who can't think for themselves, and repeats the lies and propaganda that's been shoved down their throat from day one. You people are the people I don't like. And this nonsense of Linux being woke and LGBTQ is really starting to piss me off and get on my nerves. Linux is just a system that runs on a computer, nothing more, nothing less. It's like all other operating systems. It runs software, and combines the computer's hardware with the software, like Windows, Mac OS, and all other computer OSs for that matter. So please stop saying Linux is woke, or Linux is LGBTQ. Linux is nothing more than a kernel, and GNU/Linux is the Linux distributions, such as Ubuntu, Linux Mint, Kali Linux, and so on. There is no woke Linux distro in existence, and there is not a single distro that I would say has LGBTQ vibes in it, and even if Linux is woke, it's not Linux itself that's woke, it's the developers and maintainers who will hold certain values, such as being woke, or being LGBTQ. And there is nothing more to it than that. So you retarded Linux wokest retards, you better shut the fuck up about Linux being woke and LGBTQ, or else there's gonna be a platter full of Linux rants coming out of my mouth, and I will make sure that by the time I have finished ranting, that you will feel defeated and unable to fight back against my facts and evidence. Hey, Linux fanboys, facts don't give a flying fuck about your retarded woke opinions. How do you like them bananas? Huh. Ha ha ha, retards, retards, don't know nothing about reality, retards, retards. Yeah, you keep bringing your stupid gender identity politics to operating systems and kernels, and you'll get what you deserve. Lesson be learned, kids. Linux is not LGBTQ, it's not woke, it's not nothing more than a kernel.